find this in Leviticus anywhere, but something I've noticed just observing is stages of serving that people will go through. Let's say they're serving other people. They have opportunities to serve other people. There are stages of service I've observed in other people, and including myself. The first stage is just not serving. People are like, no. They just slowly back away from anyone with problems. Say, oh, you don't really have... I'm looking at the economy of this relationship, and I don't think there are going to be enough imports to export, so I'm just going to slowly back away from the economy of this relationship. The first stage is just not serving at all. But oftentimes, when God starts to work in someone's life, they're like, okay, well, that's not right. I need to give myself to other people. Jesus gave himself for me. I need to give myself to other people. So they start kind of jumping into the game, starting to serve people. And then they go into the next stage, and it's serving but with pride. Okay? So they're asked to serve, and they're like, okay, 1 second. Let me go get my cape. It's like, and they go and they secure their cape on, and then they fly over to the service opportunities. You're like, I look pretty good in this cape. It's like, and that is what's going on. There's service going on, but it's done with a sense of pride. I'm a pretty good person right now. Yeah. And the next thing is serving, but with grumbling. See, the serving with pride will only last so long. It's like it lasts to a certain capacity, and your cape is all torn up, and you're like, I don't know if this is worth it. And there's a grumbling spirit that starts to develop, and you're just grumbling, I don't know, these people are. And what needs to happen, you need to press on and get to the place where you're serving, but with thankfulness. It's like, yeah, you're giving yourself over to people. You're giving yourself over to people, but it's like, I cannot believe I get to do this with my life. It's like continually praying for you with thanksgiving. Paul, the same guy, wrote this to the church in Thessalonica, 1 Thessalonians 1:9. He says, for they themselves report concerning us the kind of reception we had among you, and how you turned, he's writing about their faith, how you turned from idols to serve the living and true God. He's just describing, it's like, what happened when someone becomes a Christian? They go from serving things that only harm them to serving the living and true God. And there's something about that should just make us immensely thankful. One of the things that brings thankfulness into our life is like, okay, well, what could I be doing right now? It's like, if it wasn't for Jesus, I'd be wasting my life. You start to see people in front of you and all their ailments and all the things that just make you tired and weary just thinking about. You start to see them as opportunities to love and serve your Savior. And what an opportunity that is.